All right, guys, welcome back to another episode here. Just to caution you guys, it's going to be it's probably going to be broken up into a couple of videos, but or at least two. But the first part is going to be me just kind of showing off some things I've received recently, and then I'll get started into carving. It's not going to be anything too crazy, but I wanted to just kind of explain. Made some, I guess, internet friends through Instagram, and I've been so thankful and grateful that I met some really, really nice people that have been kind enough to share their work with me. Um, and I did a wood swap with someone on Instagram. His handle is SB Woodcraft. It's S as in Sam, B as in boy, underscore Woodcraft, and he's on Instagram. Great guy. And so we did a wood swap. I sent him some Siberian elm and some pieces of ebony that I received recently. And he sent me some black walnut and some mulberry wood. And he also included, as a surprise, two spoons that he carved, and I will show them here. Camera's not going to do these any justice. This is a mulberry eating spoon, and then this guy is a little smaller, but I guess it's kind of, I guess it could be considered, I guess, like a yogurt spoon, I guess, if you will. So the point of the first part of this video is just to, if you are able to hold someone else's work and look at it and hold it in your hand and, see their technique and their skill, it's really probably something that could be pretty important to help you in your carving in a lot of different ways. Either just to kind of get some very basic ideas, just to have someone else's work, and I am going to use this as well, and then to kind of show you this particular spoon and the style of it. It's a pretty wide handle, but I'm more interested in the angle here on the handle and then how it kind of scoops up. And when you put this in your hand, I mean, it is so comfortable. I mean, this is really wide, which is great because you get enough purchase here, and the bowl, and I don't know, just the way everything is, like the angle down and then how it goes up, and it's something that I'll try to emulate in my future works for sure. But I just wanted to kind of show that. I mean, again, the camera is not going to do this any justice, but this is all knife finished. It's so smooth. There's a little hole here. Probably a knot was there, and that's fine. This wood, I mean, it is just crazy. I mean, again, the camera is not going to do it any justice, but yeah, I mean, it's really, really nice, and it's so comfortable. That's what I want to get across as well, is that it's so comfortable to hold in the hand. That's kind of the whole point of this. So I'll show you one that I did recently. This is a cedar spoon that I finished. It's all knife finished, and the angle isn't there as much as this one. It's a little bit more flatter, but it's still comfortable. And that's kind of the point of this too, is you have two entirely different spoons here, both serving the same purpose, and that's kind of the up in here, kind of the cool thing. If you're able to hold someone else's work, sometimes you have to buy it. Sometimes you make friends and they send you their work. Just out of a nice gesture. And then here's the other guy here. Same idea. It's got that deep, that nice angle there, and it scoops, and it's like perfect the way it fits in your hand, and it's just boom. You just shovel it in. It's perfect. And just the detail on this little spoon is just, I mean, it's hard to capture it on camera. You just have to hold these pieces and feel them and look at them and just get inspired by it. And that's kind of the cool thing. It's so hard on camera to get it across of how nicely done these are. So thank you for sending those to me. I've already thanked SB Woodcraft for the work. So It's appreciated. He knows that already. So today, I have a couple projects I started yesterday. I started yesterday. Got my crazy outfit on today. Guess it's Military Surplus Wednesday. And I'm not going to worry about this cherry one, rather. I'm actually going to be working on, if I can find it, where the hell is it? Here. I'm going to work on this guy here. This is a pear wood, I think it's Bradford pear spoon that I started yesterday. And it's going to be a little short, which is perfect. I think it's going to be cute. It's going to be cool. And we're going to get started on that. I want to work on this pear as quick as possible because I believe it gets pretty hard once it dries. So we got some other pieces in the works too. Got some walnut here, which is going to be great. 2 walnut eating spoons. So stay tuned for those. I got a couple other pieces in here that I started. So let me, sorry, this is kind of like a impromptu video here. Let me kind of get my bearings here with this, and then I'll come right back, figure out what I'm going to do next. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So I decided what I want to do is I'm going to try to remove as much material from this as I can. And then what I'll do next, I may not even be able to squeeze it in on this video, is I'll work on the bowl. There's a lot of material to remove. There's a couple of knots in here, and this is the first time well, technically the second time since I did start it last night, but basically the first time that I'm working with this type of wood. It does cut a little differently, so there's a little bit of a learning curve there, which is something I learned on the walnut last night. I got really pissed off because basically it split on me a funky way, and it's my fault, I guess. But, so yes, let's get started. So I'm just going to remove a lot of the material from here. It's a ton of material to remove, and from the handle. So we'll just get started here. And this pear wood was given to me by a local woodworker in my neighborhood. I met him at one of the festivals that I was in, that I was doing. I think I mentioned that before. And he was kind enough to donate the pear wood, so that's awesome. Kind of chopping away here. Oh man. And I'm actually excited, so excited to get back carving, because here in Philly we had the mass transit, which is known as SEPTA, Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority, SEPTA. They went on strike for a week, and it's just not economical normally to drive into work, which is why everybody takes public transportation. They went on strike for a week and kind of upset everybody's schedule, of course mine included, and just really wasn't able to carve anything. And it was very exhausting, to say the least. But now we're back. I'm sure I'll cut myself. I have a festival coming up. I thought I was done the other week. but an event that I applied to, they approved me. So on December 3rd, I have an event, and I'll try to post a video of where I'm going to be. If anybody's in the Philly area, I'll definitely put it on my Instagram page. And I'll try to make a video of all of the items I'll be carrying. In case anybody's interested, I'll be also adding things to my Etsy store soon. I just took some bunch of pictures. I created a light box to help me take better pictures. So, we'll try to get that stuff up. It's just so hard to do it when you work full time. Excuses, right? So we're just kind of chopping away here. Hope I don't mess it up. I'm going to get all of this kind of dead, but stuff is pretty green, which is good. So I'm going to continue doing that. So I'm going to cut away, and then when I have a lot more done, I'll come back when I'm going to be moving on to the next step, which is probably going to be the bowl. And we'll just kind of see what happens from there. All right, be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. And I got to find my knife. I don't know why I started the camera without there it is, my knife. But so I just did a little bit of work, not much. And I'm just going to start using the knife a little bit, and hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. So we're just going to basically follow the outline, and this is all waste from here back. It is all waste. And I'm just going to, as much as possible, refine this. Kind of see how it carves with the knife while it's green. Just want to see what I'm dealing with here. Kind of reminds me of, that's pretty tough. It doesn't hurt, but if this was dry or not green, I am not sure how I would do this, to be honest. I could already tell it's actually pretty hard. And that's a good thing because it's going to be very durable, but not a good thing because it's going to be a pain in the ass. But end result is going to be beautiful, I know. So, probably need a sharper knife too. I gotta keep. Oh yeah, and this stuff is green, and it's this hard. Damn. Man, I cannot imagine. I don't even think you'd be able to carve through this. I thought this knife was actually pretty sharp. Probably needs to be sharpened or honed again. But so again, because this is a new wood, I can't be aggressive in certain spots that I want to be on the wood because I'm not sure exactly how it behaves. So I'm kind of being a little careful. Some of this would be helpful if something I want to maybe make. I'm not exactly handy, where I can kind of follow blueprints and make something. Kind of more of a fly by the seat of your pants kind of guy. I can make things. Not going to be pretty when you talking about like carpentry kind of work, I guess. I'm more of an artist. I did explain this before, but something that I am interested in acquiring, whether it be making or have somebody make it for me, which would probably be a lot of money, is a spoon mule. And you can look those up online. There's people on, say, Instagram that use them. And it's basically for lack of better terms, it's similar to a shave horse, but basically think of a shave horse, but kind of for spoons. So it's a little bit smaller. It's designed a little bit differently as well. The clamping mechanism is a lot different, and it's generally not. I mean, you can buy plans online, but you know, where I live here in Philly, I'm not. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of carpenters that could make something, but I'm not. I'm just not familiar with too many that would make it. So anyway, something I do want to make or get or acquire in the near future, because I think it'll make my life a lot easier with some of these cuts and removing a lot of material and stuff. So we're just kind of continuing here. This stuff is cut smooth though, man. Wow, cuts really smooth. So definitely interesting. So I am gonna continue just kind of playing around with this. And as always, when I have more done, probably what I'll do next, guys, and gals, is I'll actually, when I come back, I'll probably just start working on the bowl. So most of this spoon will hopefully be done. And I'll work on the bowl next. All right, so be right back. That's a nice blooper. All right, guys, I'm back. So here is the progress. This is going to be a little pocket eater, I guess. It's obviously not done yet. Needs a little bit more refinement, but the handle is kind of there. The shape of it is okay. I guess it's going to be where it's at, but it's real thick right here, or wide rather. So you can kind of get your finger underneath, and it feels pretty comfortable. So we'll kind of see how that goes, and you know when eventually it'll all be done. These will be beveled here a little bit to kind of give it a little softer look, and all this is going to be really thin. So right now we're going to work on the bowl, and make sure you guys are in line here. So I'm going to start off with the 50 millimeter Twicka cam. And I do have an update on this. I wound up gluing the blade into the handle because, as you would imagine, it was coming loose. So I actually was able to pull it out. That's how loose it was. So, which I kind of figured, I would need to do that. I don't like the way this is actually cutting on this shave horse. Gotta be careful I don't cut myself here. Slow and steady, right? So, if you see my video of me putting the handle on here, it definitely need to put glue in there, or I think Nick Westerman actually recommends putting epoxy in there. I just used actually wood glue, and I think that's going to work okay. And if it doesn't, then I'll just have to revise it. So normally I wouldn't make a spoon this small as far as the handle. I was just kind of going with the way the wood was allowing me to. So, like I said, I normally wouldn't make one that small. This was more of an experiment to get a gauge on how the wood carves and just kind of get vaguely familiar with it. Carves, when you carve into it, very smooth. I mean, it's like very smooth, which is cool. And I'm just still experimenting with some of my eating spoons with not sanding them at all. So just kind of having a tooled or knife finish on these. So that experiment will definitely continue with this. And I suppose this guy will probably go on the Etsy page eventually. So we're just kind of scraping along here across the grain, I guess, across the bowl, kind of feeling the wood, seeing what it wants to do. Ever the challenge, I guess. Too deep here with this. So I'm going to actually switch to my other spoon knife, which is the Fawcett Blade by Nick Westerman. I'm not trying to plug him, I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what I'm using. So this isn't as deep. Put a smaller handle on this. So we're just kind of going across. I almost hold this guy too. Kind of use this as in a more traditional way here. Hope you guys can see everything. There's a knot there, so I do have to be careful with this blade. Checking for chips and stuff. Man, that is a smooth finish. Looking at that. Yeah, it's like I said, normally it's a little thick there. I'm going to have to definitely, maybe I'll put a little curve in it. It's definitely got to get a little thinner for sure. I don't know if I like it that thick there. So, that's all I'm going to keep doing, guys. I'm just going to continue refining this. And when I have more done, then we'll be back. Be right back, guys. Getting there. Alright, guys, I'm back, and I'm pretty much done. Put that there for a second. So here is the... It's not completely finished, but... Still kind of a work in progress. It's a nice little spoon. It has a nice, I guess, angle to it, I guess, a little bit. It's hard to tell how cool it looks because the wood is so pale. A little knot there, but overall it's a pretty good shape. Again, there's going to be some little refinements I do to it over the next couple of days. But, I mean, overall, I like it. It feels pretty good. Wasn't really trying to. It's not similar, but there are some things that just kind of worked out with this. I actually like adding that little spine, that little neck there. This one doesn't have it so much on this one. Doesn't mean it's not gonna. This is goes beyond anything I can really describe. The craftsmanship on this is really good. So. Yeah, I mean, so there it is. I mean, I like the way it turned out. It's hard to stupid flash, but it's pretty good. It's kind of it's in my style, which I love. It's great. It's a little pocket eater, I guess. And it's pretty much finished. I'll post some of these pictures on Instagram of this thing if you're interested in looking. And stay tuned for more. Definitely have some more projects in the works here, probably tomorrow. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's a long video, and I tried to get as much of the techniques that I use in here. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys watching, and thanks for the support. All right, catch you on the next video, guys. Thanks.